The inheritance letter, fade in. The sound of rain tapping against a window. Dim light from a stormy afternoon filters into a small apartment. I sit at my cluttered kitchen table, flipping through a pile of unopened mail. Narration VO. They say, nothing good ever comes in the mail these days. Bills, spam, rejection letters. Until the day I got the envelope. Heavy parchment. My name handwritten in black ink, Mr. Elias Wren. I hold up the envelope, turning it over slowly. Something about it feels ... off. Too formal, too intentional. I crack the seal open with a butter knife. Narration V. The letter was from a law firm I'd never heard of, Bram and Holloway. According to them, I had inherited property from a relative I couldn't even remember. Great-uncle, Thaddeus Wren. I squint at the name, trying to recall. Elias muttering to self. Thaddeus, never heard of him. I scan the letter again. A manor house in Black Hollow, Vermont. Left in full to you, the sole remaining heir. Possession is immediate, though. Conditions apply. I pause. Conditions. I flip to the second page. There, in bold lettering, the heir must stay on the property for no less than 7 nights. Breaking the stay will result in forfeiture of the inheritance. Narration VO. Something about the phrase breaking the stay felt like a threat in disguise. But honestly, I didn't care. Cut 2. Apartment power flickering. A leak dripping into a bucket in the corner. Rent notice on the fridge. Narration VO. I was broke. Laid off. My landlord was circling like a vulture. The idea of owning a house, any house, even in the middle of nowhere, was a godsend. Cut 2. A long, desolate road lined with pines. My car bumps along an unpaved driveway. Dusk is falling. Fog curls at the edge of the trees. Narration VO. It took nearly 7 hours to get to Black Hollow. There's no GPS signal, no gas stations for miles, just endless forest and silence. I finally pull up to the house. A massive, crumbling Victorian manor sits hunched at the end of the driveway like a corpse that forgot how to rot. Windows like empty eyes. Ivy clinging to the stone like veins. I step out of the car. My boots crunch the gravel. Wind moans through the trees. The front door stands slightly ajar. Elias calling out, "Hello? Anyone here? Silence?" Push the door open. It creaks, of course it does. Cut to inside the house. Dust motes float in the air. Furniture under white sheets. Grand staircase. Nared portraits staring down. Narration VO. The air inside smelled like mildew and something older. It's like forgotten books or dead things. But despite the decay, it was all intact, untouched, preserved. I flick the light switch. Nothing. Elias figures. I pull out my phone. 3% battery. No signal. I sigh and pocket it. Cut 2. Exploring the house. I walk through the parlor, then the dining room. I pass a massive fireplace. A single armchair sits before it, facing away. It's dust on everything, except the chair. Narration VO. Something about that chair made my skin crawl. It wasn't dusty. Someone had been sitting there recently. I approach it slowly, then spin it around. It's empty, just old upholstery. But the cushion is still indented, as if someone just stood up. I back away and head to the study. I find an envelope waiting for me on the desk, identical to the one I received at home. My name written again, but this time in red ink. Narration VO. I should have left then. It's driven back through the night. Inheritance be damned. But I didn't. I opened the envelope. Inside, a handwritten note. No signature. 7 nights. Do not go into the cellar. Not leave after sunset. Do not trust the mirrors. Thunder cracks outside. Lights flicker. Then turn on by themselves. Elias whispering. What the hell? I spin around. The chandelier overhead buzzes with sudden electricity. Lamps begin to glow, one by one. A warm light. Too warm. Like firelight, but I haven't touched the generator. Narration V. I told myself it was just old wiring, some timer, forgotten backup system, but deep down, I knew something had just noticed me. Cut 2, that night. I lie in a guest room bed, fully clothed, bags under my eyes, staring at the ceiling. Narration VO. The wind never stopped, not for a second. It whistled through cracks in the walls like voices trying to speak through the wood. Suddenly, a loud thump from the floor below. Then, dragging, slow, rhythmic, closing parenthesis. I sit up, heart pounding. I grab a flashlight and creep into the hallway. At the staircase, I pause. The dragging stops. Silence again. Narration view. I look down the stairs. It's nothing but shadow. Narration VO. By morning, I'd start to understand why he left it to me, and why no one else ever claimed it. The house that shouldn't breathe fade in. Morning. Fog hangs thick over the manor. I stand at the window of the guest room, sipping cold coffee from a chipped mug. Narration VO. I barely slept. Every time I shut my eyes, I heard it dragging, like something heavy moving across the floor downstairs. But come morning, nothing. No signs. No prints. Just silence. I move through the hall slowly, ears tuned. Pause near a wall. Something feels wrong. I press my ear to the wood. SFX. Faint breathing. Wet, deep, inhuman. Elias whispering. No way. Cut 2. Library. I explore. Shelves covered in dust, cobwebs thick. A book lies open on a pedestal in the center. It's not dusty like the others. Fresh. I approach. Title reads, The Breathing House. The pages are yellowed, filled with handwritten notes, diagrams of lungs and side walls. Rooms shaped like rib cages, narration VO. Living architecture, it said. Walls that inhale memory, exhale time. Was it research or a warning? Cut 2. Parlor. I try getting signal on my phone. Nothing. I glance at the mirror above the fireplace. I freeze. Asterisk. My reflection is smiling. I'm not. I spin around. No one's there. Look back. It's normal again. ELIAS. Tense. Get it together, Elias. Upstairs hallway. Wallpaper peels and curls. As I pass a bedroom, I hear a whisper. Whisper, don't stay past the third night. Double quotes. I spin around. No one's there. The hallway's empty. I slowly open the door to the bedroom. The bed is made, but the pillow is sunken. Like someone just got up. I quietly close the door and slide the bolt shut. Narration VO. I wasn't alone. I knew that now. Night I lie on the bed, flashlight in hand. My door is blocked with a chair. I wait. It's quiet. Until I hear it. SFX. Light scratching above. It moves across the ceiling. Slow, deliberate. Then stops. Narration VO. Whatever it wasn't under the house anymore. It was above me. Next morning, I climb into the attic. Dust fills the air. I find a stack of children's drawings, dozens of them, all of this house. Every drawing shows a pale figure in one of the windows, always the same one. One drawing is signed, Milo.
Alice softly.
Asterisk. Cut 2. Study. I search a drawer. Find a black and white photo of a family in front of the manor. Parents, 2 girls, 1 boy. The boy is circled in ink. On the back, Milo Wren disappeared, 1923. Suddenly, the door slams shut behind me. Lights flicker. Portrait crashes to the floor. Asterisk. I bolt out into the hallway. As I pass the mirror, something moves in the reflection. I stop. Look again. Nothing. Narration VO. The house wasn't just old. It wasn't just haunted. It was alive. And now, it knew I was here. The locked door in the cellar fade in. Night candlelight flickers in the hallway. I sit at the dining table reading the warning note I found earlier. Narration VO. 7 nights. Do not go into the cellar. That's what it said. So naturally, by the 3rd night, that's exactly where I ended up. Cut 2. The kitchen. I'm standing in front of a small wooden door in the floor, half hidden beneath an old rug. It wasn't on any blueprint. I wouldn't have noticed it if the wind hadn't blown the rug back earlier that day. Eli's muttering, "This is a bad idea." I pry open the cellar hatch. It creaks loud and long. Out. The air that rises from the darkness below is ice cold and smells of damp stone. ... And something else. Something faintly metallic. I shine my flashlight down. The beam barely touches the bottom. Just endless stairs and shadow. Narration VO. They say curiosity killed the cat. But a docent mention what happens to people like me. The ones who open doors they retold to leave shut. I descend slowly. The wood groans beneath each step. A soft drip echoes somewhere below. Rhythmic like a heartbeat. SFX. Drip. ... Drip. ... I reach the bottom. The flashlight flickers. I slap it. It steadies. I scan the space. The cellar is massive, too big to fit under the house. Walls of stone, arched ceilings. It's more like a crypt than a basement. I step forward. My foot kicks something. I look down. A broken doll, face cracked. One glass I'm missing. Alias, uneasy. Who brings toys into a cellar? I move deeper. Shelves line the walls, filled with jars, hundreds of them. Some filled with cloudy liquid, others filled with things. I shine the light on a jar. Inside is something that looks like a bird, but the beak is human-like. I stumble back. Narration VO. This wasn't storage, it was preservation. Asterisk. Then I see it. The door at the very back. Metal, bolted. Old-fashioned padlock, rusted but strong. Words are carved into the doorframe in jagged writing. I wipe the grime away. Do not open. It listens. Behind me, something clatters. I spin around. A jar has fallen, cracked open on the floor, its contents gone. I turn back to the door, press my ear to it. Silence then. A soft sound, like someone whispering on the other side. It's only backward. Elias breathing hard. Nope. I run back up the stairs 2 at a time and slam the hatch shut. I drag the fridge over it.
Ow.
Then the table. Narration VO. I wasn't going down there again. Not for anything. Next morning, the house is colder. Every mirror in the house is fogged over. Not with steam, but with breath. I wipe one clean. My reflection is ... gone. Just the room behind me. Oh, shaken. Where am I? I blink. My reflection suddenly reappears, but it's a few seconds behind me. Like a recording trying to catch up. Later, I return to the study. I start flipping through more of Thaddeus's journals. They're disturbing. Full of diagrams, rituals, notes about feeding the house. It is not a structure. It is a body. We built it around the thing to contain it. It hungers for attention, memory, blood. Asterisk another page. It knows when you look at the door. It knows when you listen. Suddenly, the lights flicker. The lamp in the corner explodes with a pop. The door behind me creaks open. I grab the flashlight and rush to it. Nothing outside, but the furniture is moved. Subtly, the chair by the fireplace is now turned. Facing me, narration VO. The house wasn't just alive. It was rearranging itself. Like it was ... preparing. That night, I barricade the door, stack furniture against the windows. I sit with my back to the wall, flashlight in hand, listening. Around midnight, a sound, not scratching this time. It's footsteps, heavy, measured. Coming from the hallway. Asterisk. I kill the light, hold my breath. They stop right outside my door. SFX. Creak. Creak. Something brushes the door. A fingernail, maybe. Then a whisper. Whisper from the hallway. You opened the door. I scream. Turn the flashlight back on. Fling the door open. No one there. But the floor is wet. A trail of red leads down the hall toward the cellar. Cut to me standing back in the kitchen, staring at the hatch. The fridge, somehow, is moved. The table's toppled. The hatch is open. I shine the light down. Stairs wait. Black and endless. Narration VO. I didn't go down. Not that night. I locked myself in the bathroom until sunrise. Part of me already knew. Flash cut. A quick image. A pale figure with hollow eyes crawling up the cellar wall like a spider. It's gone as fast as it came. Narration VO. Something came through. Final scene. Me at the desk in the study, trying to write down everything. I look up and see a second chair beside me. Asterisk. I didn't bring it in. It's facing the desk. Like something was watching me, right? Narration VO. 3 nights left. I wasn't sure if I'd survive them, or if the house had already begun replacing me. The portrait that watches fade in. Early morning. The manor is wrapped in a pale, suffocating fog. I sit in the study with a cup of cold tea, unshaven, eyes sunken. A journal lies open in front of me. Narration VO. Night 4. I'd stopped asking if the house was haunted. By now I knew it wasn't haunted at all. It was occupied. Cut 2. Me walking down the hallway. The wallpaper seems more peeled than the day before. Mold spreads across the baseboards like veins. I pause at a large, dust-covered painting halfway down the corridor. I don't remember seeing it before. The portrait shows a man tall, severe, in an old-fashioned suit, standing in front of this very house. But his face, ... it's hard to focus on. The features are vague, smudged, like the paint was never finished, or it didn't want to be. Elias muttering, "Who the hell are you?" I reach out to touch the canvas, and stop. My fingertips feel cold before they make contact, like something is radiating from the painting. Cut 2. Later that day, I return to the study, digging through more of Thaddeus's notes. I find a page folded into a hidden compartment in a desk drawer. Portraits are the first eyes. Never face them after nightfall. Narration VO. The first eyes. That's what it said. I went back to the hallway. It's back to the painting. Asterisk. It's darker now. The man's face is still blurred. But his eyes, they're sharper, focused, and they're staring directly at me. Closing parenthesis, I take a step closer. My flashlight flickers. Shine it at the face. And for a split second, the features shift. The mouth opens, but the light dies before I can be sure. Cut 2. That night, I avoid the hallway, block it off with furniture. I sleep on the couch in the parlor, a fire burning low in the hearth. The shadows dance strangely along the walls. Narration VO. I thought if I stayed away from the painting, it would stay away from me. But this house, it doesn't play by those rules. Asterisk. In the middle of the night, a loud thump wakes me. I sit bolt upright. Something has fallen nearby. I grab my flashlight and slowly walk toward the hallway. Asterisk. The furniture I stacked is gone, pushed aside. The portrait is now on the floor, face up, staring. I freeze, then I hear it faint, wet breathing. Not from the hallway, but behind me. I spin around, no one there. But the fireplace is cold. The fire. Out. When I turn back, the portrait is back on the wall. But it's changed. The face is clear now. Pale skin, hollow eyes, thin smile. Elias. Terrified that wasn't there before. Asterisk. Next day. I look through old photographs in the attic. I find one from 1902. Same man from the portrait, standing with Elias Wren on the back. Father Elias Wren, first keeper of the house. Narration VO. So that was him. Elric, the one who built the house, or summoned it. The one who stayed too long. Asterisk. Cut 2. Night. I wake up suddenly, gasping, cold sweat. I don't remember falling asleep. I don't remember lying down. I try to move. I'm frozen. Sleep paralysis. A deep hum fills the air, like static inside my skull. Asterisk. Then, from the corner of the room movement, a figure walks slowly into view. It's the man from the portrait. Asterisk. He doesn't blink. Just stands there, watching me. And then he smiles. My body jolts. I can move again. Shoot upright. Flick on the flashlight, but he's gone. The corner is empty. The air is heavy. My ears are ringing. Narration VO. I don't think he was just watching anymore. I think he was trying to figure out how to get in. Morning, I walk through the hallway. The portrait is missing again. In its place, a mirror has been hung. Where the painting was, in the reflection, portrait is still there, hanging, watching. But when I turn around, it's not on the wall, only in the mirror. Elias unsettled. You're not done with me yet, are you?
Asterisk.
I go back to the study, more pages.
More warnings.
When the portrait watches, it learns. When it learns, it moves. Do not let it follow you into sleep. If it smiles, burn it. Asterisk. I make my decision. I grab the painting. Yes, it's back on the wall now, physically there again, and drag it outside. Asterisk. It feels heavy, heavier than it should. I throw it into the fire pit behind the manor, pour gasoline, strike a match. The flames roar as the painting curls and blackens, but the face won't burn. It holds shape. It watches as the canvas turns to ash around it. Narration VO. Even in fire, it stared at me when the wind carried the ashes away. I swear I heard laughter. Final scene. Back inside. All the mirrors in the house are now fogged again. My reflection in one is wearing something different. A black coat like the man in the painting. Asterisk. I press my hand to the glass. Our reflection doesn't move. Then it lifts its hand slowly and presses back. Narration V. Oh, 2 nights left. The house no longer wanted me afraid. It wanted me to forget which side of the mirror I was on. The walls begin to pulse, like lungs inhaling. Mirrors crack one by one. The fireplace roars to life on its own. I rush to the window. The fog outside is now solid, like flesh. My reflection in the cracked mirror is no longer mine. It's Elias Wren, and he's reaching out. Narration VO. Whatever I pulled from that cellar, it didn't leave alone, and tomorrow, or may not be a tomorrow at all. Fade in. Int. Bedroom night, a candle flickers low. I sit on the bed, bloodshot eyes fixed on my diary, hands trembling. The house groans alive somehow. Narration VO 6th night. If there is a 6th night, the diary said there wouldn't be. But I'm still here, I think. I glance at the mirror. A reflection doesn't mimic me. It stares back still, wide-eyed, smiling faintly. Int. Bathroom. Moments later, I splash water on my face, stare again. My reflection slowly raises a hand. I don't. A red smear appears on the glass. Elias whispers, "That's not me." The mirror shatters, no sound, just cracks spreading like ice. Int. Hallway night, I wander with a flashlight. Walls stretch. Doors appear where none were before. Painting's eyes follow me. Passing a mirror outside the study, I see nothing, only darkness. Narration VO. Am I awake, or already beneath the floorboards with Milo? Int. Library, frantically searching journals. I find one folded with dried blood, Elias Wren's handwriting. When it finishes learning your shape, it sheds its mask. You won't know the difference until your name feels foreign in your mouth. Footsteps approach. I hide. The door creaks open. It's me. Same face, but movements jerky, unnatural. It grins. The other Elias? You can't hide from what already is you. Soon I won't need mirrors anymore. Int. ATTIC walls pulse, breathing softly. Milo's drawing scattered. Now the figure in the window has my face. Narration VO. It didn't want to feed. It wanted to replace. Int. Study one last journal, locked shut. I force it open, pages, sewn with hair, dried skin, strange symbols. The ritual of shedding. To banish the shadow that wears your face, burn the name, bleed the memory. But the reflection. It's no choice. Int. Parlor night, I draw a salt circle, place a mirror before me, light every candle. My name from the diary. Burn it. Narration VO. Burn the name. I slice my palm with glass. Blood drips on wood. Narration VO. Bleed the memory. My reflection grins wide, jaws stretching unnaturally. The reflection. I like this skin. I smash the mirror. A scream not mine shatters the silence. The house convulses. Floors twist. Doors slam. Paintings burn. Black smoke exhales. I run, heart pounding. Ixed. House night, the front door stands open finally. I flee outside. Only fog and void. No driveway, no trees. The house groans, alive and angry. Behind me. The other me blocks the door, burned, twisted, smiling. The other Elias, you thought it was about escape. It was about letting me in. It lunges. I fall down, stairs blackness swallows me. Fade in, int. Bedroom, morning sunlight. The candle still burns. The house looks normal. I stand before the mirror, clean, unscarred, but wrong. Movements too perfect. I wave, no reflection. I open my mouth to scream, no sound. My reflection smiles, knowing. Narration VO. The house didn't want my body. It wanted my soul. And it got it. Final shot, the camera pulls back through the hallway, past the smiling paintings, down to the cellar. A new portrait hangs me, Elias, trapped in canvas, eyes pleading, mouth sewn shut, text on screen. The manor still stands. It waits for the next one to knock, fade out. If this story sent shivers down your spine, imagine what's still waiting behind the next door. Did you notice something I didn't? A whisper? A shadow? Let me know what creeped you out the most in the comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and tap the bell icon, so you never miss the next horror that finds its way to your screen. Because this was just one house. And some houses never stay empty for long.